Hello, it's Abigail of Ground and Grow Yoga, and today's video is for acid reflux and other digestive issues. So stress and digestive issues go hand in hand because the more stressed we are, the more time we spend in that fight or flight mentality and not in the rest and digest mentality. And this is something that's essential for the body to function properly. So today's practice is going to focus on some gentle postures, gentle breathing techniques to help you switch over to the rest and digest system and just allow the body to do what it knows how to do. You will need a pillow or a bolster as well as a blanket. Hop on your mat and let's get started. Come to sit on your mat. You could also sit up on your blanket or pillow if that's more comfortable for you. But we're gonna sit up nice and tall and allow the eyes to close. Just quickly check in and do a scan of the body. Noticing any areas that might feel tight or tired. Maybe it feels like a lot of work to be sitting up nice and tall and you find yourself slouching back. Really try to lengthen the spine, maybe dip the chin slightly to find length through the back of the neck. And hands can fall wherever is comfortable on the legs. And I want you to inhale slowly in through your nose for a count of 3. So in, 2, 3, pause. And then out through the nose if you can. 1, 2, 3, pause. So if you have a stuffy nose, this can be difficult. So if you need to also use the mouth, you can. But try to breathe in and out the nose. So inhaling in, 2, 3, pause, and out. 2, 3, pause. In, 2, 3, pause, and out. 2, 3, pause. Continue to breathe like this, and as you do, really focus inward and set an intention for today's practice. And then continuing to breathe but opening the eyes, we're going to come around in a circle here. So we want to keep our seat firmly planted on the mat, and then we're moving from the very center of the body, coming forward and then leaning all the way back. It's like a coffee grinder here. So you can have the hands on the legs, but don't use them to yank yourself around. You really want to be moving from your center. And then switch directions. Good. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, turn towards the left and allow the hands to fall wherever they do. For this whole practice, really breathing into the belly, not trying to constrict the belly at all. And I'm not worrying about sucking it in, but really just allow the belly to expand and breathe in these postures. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, twist to the right. And now that we've warmed the spine up some, we're going to come to lay on our belly. So you can move your pillow out of the way. But you're going to take your blanket. And if you don't have a blanket, you could also fold the mat up. But we're going to bring the blanket across. And so at the fold of your blanket, you're going to bring your hip points right down to the edge there, and then walk so that the elbows are right underneath the shoulders. So our hips are being supported here by the blanket. We're pressing into our hands and elbows. Feet are headed towards the bottom of the mat. And your gaze should be somewhere either between your hands or slightly in front, not craning the neck up. And as you breathe here, really feel your belly expand down into the mat and blanket. And then feel it as it moves away on the exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. So you can close the eyes here and really settle into the posture. So we're not really engaging the muscles here. In our yin postures, it's really focusing on the joints and holding things for longer to really move into the posture that way. So we're relaxing in here. Again, focusing on the belly, expanding to meet the mat, and then contracting away. Three more breath cycles here. Good. Walk the hands up and then out to the side slightly to come into our Cobra pose here. And then just sway gently side to side. So we're massaging the low abs as well as the back here. And then bring the hands back underneath you. Send the tailbone back towards your feet, and we're coming into our tabletop position here. So inhale, heart shines forward. Exhale, round. And we're going to hang out in these postures for a few breaths. So inhale, come forward and hold it here. So feeling yourself pressing into the mat with your hands and with the tops of your feet. Feeling your heart shine forward towards the front of the mat. And feeling the abs engaged here to support the low back, but definitely not drawn all the way in. So we're just supporting the low abs here. Notice what it feels like to be holding this posture. So oftentimes we move just back and forth between cat-cow, but we don't slow down and hold them. And then when you're ready, on an exhale, curl up. Again, pressing evenly into both the hands and the feet. So we don't want to press back just through the hands. We want to make sure that our center is over our blanket, or the center of our mat. And really rounding through the spine here. So you can tuck the tailbone down towards your knees. Head releases between the arms. And release. Walk the knees forward so they're on the blanket here, and then sit back towards your heels. If this is not accessible or comfortable, just come to any comfortable seat. We're going to inhale, arms come up. Exhale, open them up through to the side in this cactus shape, really opening up the chest here. So this is great if you have any kind of heartburn or acid reflux or anything, to really open up the throat and come into this mini back bend. Breathing here. Again, allowing the belly to get nice and puffy on the inhales. Our abs do so much for us, and then we squish them into clothes and suck in our gut. And this is a great opportunity to allow the organs to get that gentle massage of the breath and really relax here. All right, release, and you have options here. So you can bring your pillows behind you, or bring your pillows behind you regardless. And you can either keep the legs like this and come back to lay, so classic gym class sort of move, or coming back here. But if this is too much in the legs, just release them. So you can bring them out in front and either leave them all the way out like this, or you can bring them in so that the soles of the feet are together and knees are open. So all of these, we're getting the same benefit of the heart opening here. We have our pillows behind us to give us a little bit of a back bend again. If this is something that you return to frequently, you can use blocks and more pillows and things like that to bring this up further, so that you're getting more, you're bringing the heart up more. But for now, just relax into this, really opening up through the chest, bringing the elbows down. So whatever variation you're in, really expanding belly up towards the sky, and then exhale, relaxing it. You can place the hands on the belly to feel the movement here. And because we have the pillow here, we have nice length all the way up through the spine, from our tailbone to the top of our head, and we're allowing the chest to open up through the use of gravity here, because the elbows are being pulled down and away. So a couple more breath cycles here. Good. Wherever you are, use your hands and then dip your chin towards your chest to push yourself up. And then everyone swing the legs out in front if they aren't already. And sit up nice and tall here. And we're going to bend the right knee in. Hug it in towards the chest here. And then inhale, arms come up. Exhale, turn towards that knee to come into a twist. So here we're compressing the belly with the leg and getting that spinal twist. Chest is still nice and open. And spine is nice and long. Couple more breaths here. Good. Release the leg down. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Bend the knees generously. Hinge from the hips. So we're coming forward, keeping the spine as long as we can, for as long as we can. And then just allow the hands to fall down. So palms come up. So there's no want to grab onto the legs or to straighten them. We're just really releasing through the spine. And again, having some compression on the intestines here. It also really opens up the low back, which can feel really nice. If you're having any kind of digestive issues at all, or just any back issues. Deep breaths here, noticing how it feels to breathe with this compression. So now as we breathe, our belly's expanding into our legs. Good. Slowly roll up. This time bend the left knee in towards the chest, hug it in, sit up nice and tall. And then inhale, arms come up. Exhale, turn towards the knee to come into our twist on the other side. Noticing how this side feels in comparison. Good. Release from here. Move your blanket out to the side. Move one or both of your pillows down towards your feet because we're going to need that in a little bit. And then slowly roll down to lay on your back. From here, the right knee comes in towards the chest. Left leg extends out. And we're coming into what translates to wind relieving pose. So we're putting compression on part of the intestines here, and then the other side is nice and open. So breathing into the posture. You might find a little rock here, or you might decide that you want to bring the knee, or the nose rather, up towards the knee. Whatever's feeling comfortable for you today, whatever you feel like you need. And then when you're ready, release the hands Scoot the hips towards the right and allow the right knee to come across the body. So arms can come out to the side, or you can just leave them on the belly here. But we want to make sure that the shoulder blades are on the mat. So spinal twists are great for digestion because they compress and then release, enabling things to move more easily and helping release any trapped air. Good. Shift the hips to come back to the center. This time, left knee comes in towards the chest, right leg extends down. And again, you could rock from side to side, or you could bring the nose up towards the knee, or just stay here breathing. When you're ready, bring the hands down, shift the hips over to the left, and then allow the left leg to come over. Again, arms can come out to the sides or just be on the stomach. Really allowing the belly to expand until it runs into your leg. Slowly shift back to center. Bring both knees up and in towards the chest. Bring the palms right to the top of the knees and do little circles here. So we're massaging the low back. Good. Switch directions. And then release the legs down. So we want to take our pillow and or pillows and bring it directly underneath the knees. And then we're going to use the hands to scoot the tailbone towards the pillows so that it comes completely flat to the mat. So you shouldn't feel any space underneath your low back. So usually when we lay on the mat, there's a little bit of space because the spine is curved. And then we're making sure that by scooting the tailbone down, that we're bringing it completely flush with the mat and then laying down. So the pillows allow that to happen. You can also bring your blanket behind the head here or roll it gently underneath the neck. Make sure if it's under the neck that it isn't way down here so that the head is at a weird angle. You want there to be about an apple-sized space between the chin and the chest. So playing with the blanket if you have it behind the head to keep the length in the back of the neck. Bring the left hand to a fist Then right hand comes on top. We're just going to do a massage along the belly here. So we're going in a circular motion, pressing as lightly or firmly as feels nice. So giving the intestines a massage. If this doesn't feel nice, you can just lay the palms down on the belly and continue to focus on it rising and falling. Switch directions. And then when you're ready, allow the hands to either fall to the side, or if it's more comfortable, to keep them near the hip points here. But allow the eyes to close if they're not already. And we're coming into our Savasana. So allow yourself these next few minutes to really sink into the mat, to feel all the areas where your body is touching the mat, and then noticing the breath as it flows through the body. If your mind starts to wander at all, draw it back to the breath. And you'll hear my voice again in a couple of minutes. Slowly start to bring your attention back to the body, finding a little bit of movement by wiggling the fingers and the toes. Allowing the head to rock gently from side to side. And then rolling onto the side here. Taking a deep breath in and out before pushing yourself up to a comfortable seat. Grab your blanket to bring around the shoulders here. And then bring yourself into a big hug. Inhale in through the nose. And out through the mouth. In through the nose. And out through the mouth. In through the nose. And out through the mouth. Switch arms on top. Inhale in through the nose. And out through the mouth. In through the nose. And out through the mouth. And one more time, biggest inhale you've taken all day. In through the nose. And audibly sigh it out. Palms come together at heart center. Bow the chin in towards the chest. Thank you for taking this time for yourself today and for practicing with me. Have a wonderful day. Namaste. If you enjoyed this video, you might also enjoy some of these videos in this playlist here. Also, please subscribe. Subscribers allow me to continue to make free content. Also, ring the bell if you haven't already so that you know when new content comes out. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.